Some words start as a joke and end up breaking everything. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. It was a Saturday night, one of those evenings that begins gentle and ends sharp. Friends crowded our home for dinner. Laughter, wine, and too many overlapping stories. Ryan, my husband, was out by the grill. I sat inside at the table with his best friend, Alex. Alex and I went way back, long before Ryan and I ever began. We'd been close once, maybe too close. Not in a way that crossed lines, but in a way that left traces, invisible fingerprints that never completely fade. The talk had turned to old injuries. Someone joked about scars, and before I could think, I smiled and said, Alex probably knows my scars better than Ryan does. It slipped out careless, reckless. People laughed. Everyone except Alex. For a moment, his expression froze before he forced a grin. Then came a short, uneasy silence before someone changed the subject. I thought that was it. Later that night, after everyone had gone, I found Ryan in the kitchen, still quiet, expression unreadable. The low light made him look like a shadow of himself. You really think that was funny? He asked softly. My heart dropped. Ryan, it was just a joke. He didn't answer, just looked at me with that calm, heavy silence that says he's already played the scene over in his head 100 times. How does he know your scars, Claire? The question cut through the air like glass. It's not what you think, I said quickly. It was years before you. So he does know. I tried to explain about the charity climb we trained for in college, how I slipped, how he carried me down the mountain, stayed with me through the hospital visit. But the more I talked, the smaller my words felt. Ryan didn't yell. He didn't accuse. He just said, quietly, you made me look like a fool, in front of everyone. Then he turned, walked upstairs, and closed the door. That simple click of the latch was louder than any argument we'd ever had. That night, I couldn't sleep. Deep down, I knew it wasn't just a bad joke. I cracked open a door I thought was sealed long ago. The next morning, the house was painfully still. Ryan didn't come down for breakfast. His car keys were gone from the counter. His phone went straight to voicemail. We'd had fights before, but this felt different. He wasn't angry. He was gone. All day, I kept replaying that one line. Alex probably knows my scars better than Ryan does. God, what was I thinking? By noon, guilt had turned into panic. I texted Alex. Me, he's hurt. He's upset. Alex, I figured. He called me. Me, what did you tell him? Alex, the truth. But I don't think he believed me. When Ryan came home that night, he didn't even look at me. He walked past, went upstairs, and began packing a small duffel bag. Ryan, please. Just listen. He zipped the bag shut and turned to me. I've listened to you for 7 years, Claire. Every time you said you loved me. Every time you said I was enough. His eyes were wet but steady. And then I heard you say he knows you better than I do. Do you realize what that sounded like? I stepped closer. It was a joke, Ryan. A stupid one. I swear, there's nothing between us. Not now, he cut in. But there was. You admitted it. We were kids, I said. It meant nothing. Nothing, he repeated, his voice breaking on the word. You said it so easily, like it was a truth you mean to share. He slung the bag over his shoulder. I reached out, but he pulled away like my touch burned. I need space, he said quietly. You've kept parts of yourself from me, and now I don't know what's real anymore. The door shut. The sound lingered like a wound. That night, I sat on the couch staring at the scar on my leg, a thin white line across my skin. I traced it slowly, thinking about how much meaning a mark can hold. To me, it was just a memory from another time. To Ryan, it was proof of a past I never told him about. And maybe he was right. Some scars never fade. They just change where they hurt. Days turned into a week. Ryan still hadn't come home. His clothes were gone from the closet, but his cologne lingered in the air. That faint, woody scent that once felt comforting now made my stomach twist. I called. I texted. No response. Then one evening, a message came from an unknown number. He's staying at my brother's. He's okay. It was from Alex's wife, Lena. My chest tightened. I hadn't even considered that Ryan might have gone to Alex. The thought of them talking about me made my skin crawl with shame. I called Lena immediately. "Please, Lena, I didn't mean for any of this." Her voice was cold, measured. "You didn't mean for it to happen? You humiliated him in front of everyone and dragged my husband into it. I swear there's nothing between me and Alex." "Not anymore." "Then why say it?" she snapped. "Why bring up the past if you've moved on?" I had no answer, just silence and the sound of my own breathing. "Ryan deserves honesty," she said finally. "You owe him that much." When the call ended, I sat for a long time, thinking about what honesty really meant. For years, I tried to be the version of myself Ryan could depend on. Calm, loyal, steady, while hiding the messy parts, the parts that remembered other names, other faces, other pain. That night, I wrote him a letter. Not an apology, not a defense. Just truth. You were right. I've hidden things. Not because I didn't love you, but because I was scared. Scared that if you saw all my imperfections, you'd stop loving me. Alex was a mistake from another lifetime. But the scars you didn't know about, they aren't about him. They're about the girl I used to be, the one I never showed you. If you can forgive me, come home. If you can't, just know you were the first man who made me feel safe enough to stop hiding. I never knew if he read it. Weeks passed. Then one evening, he came back. He didn't say much. Just sat beside me on the couch, quiet, eyes far away. Maybe forgiveness doesn't arrive all at once. Maybe it comes in silence, not with words, but with staying. And that night, when he didn't leave again, I realized sometimes staying is the closest thing to love there is.